Hey guys, I've been wanting to do this video for a while. It's basically, as the title says it, survival fishing. And everybody's scenario in a survival situation is going to be different. It's not going to be the same. Everybody's going to have different tools on them at the time that they are in a survival situation. So, it's just how it is. It's going to be different for everybody. So what I went ahead and done was I got a fish to show how I would cook it in a survival situation, because everybody's different, like I said. But this is just my way, because I'm an avid hunter and fisherman, but I'm not into the survival thing. That's everybody else's type of deal. That's not how my channel is. Could I survive on my own? Probably, because I have the knowledge, but if somebody's watching this that's never hunted or fished in their life, this might give them a little help. I don't know. So anyways, I'm going to go ahead and flip the screen around and show you guys the fish and what I'm going to do to it, and then show you how I'm going to cook it. So, alrighty. Alright everybody, if you don't know what this is a bluegill. It's probably one of the most common freshwater fish out there. You'll probably run into these in your lifetime, maybe. I don't know. Just depends if you fish or not or whatever. But it's the easiest fish to catch basically anywhere, unless you're in a creek or something. But this is pretty much the easiest fish you can get on a survival situation. So on this fish, which it's already dead, purpose of the video, I've done that before. I started filming. I didn't want anybody to start, give me comments about it still alive and all that crap. So I went ahead and put it out of its misery for the purpose of the video. And I'm going to show you here what to do when you have a fish in a survival situation. So you want to basically have some sort of knife. Now I know it's not everybody's cup of tea of carrying a knife, and then you got your other guys who carry about 3 or 4 knives. Well, let me show you what I got. This is my everyday carry. It's just a Winchester / Gerber baby. It's just a really inexpensive pocket knife that it's been my everyday carry for about the past 4 or 5 years. Really nice little sharp blade. I just run it through the sharpener every once in a great while. I don't use it often, but when I do use it, I have it. So, alrighty. Well, on a fish, the main thing that you want to get rid of is the insides, which I mean, all the organs and everything, which they run from about right here all the way down to about there. So in a survival situation, I'm not going to cut the head off, because I'm going to use that to mount it on something to cook it. But if I was just leisure fishing or pleasure fishing, whatever you want to call it, I would go ahead and cut the head off. But for this purpose, I'm not. Let me show you what I'm going to start doing here. So like I said, the fish is already dead. I'm going to go ahead and take my knife and make an incision. Let's see here. Make an incision about right there. I'm going to go ahead and just poke it. Get it nice and open. It's slippery, so if you got a sharp knife, just got to watch your fingers. Now you bring the blade back. I know they say not to bring blades back toward you, but you're wanting to get all this stuff out. You want to cut through the breastbone, which is right there. You want to get inside here. Probably can't see that, barely. See, there you go. You cut that pile open there, that stomach and everything. Basically, a gut in a fish is what it's called. You cut it all the way up to the mouth. You make an incision back down. And you can hear the release of the pressure with all the organs in there. Sorry, I can't really give you a good picture because my hands are so big and this fish ain't that big, but see, you can see all these goodies in here, and that's what you need to get out. So all you can do is spread her open like that, get your hand, just move all that stuff out of there just like any other wild game, squirrel, deer, just common knowledge, just basically removing all the organs. That's all that is right there. And if you don't remove these organs, you're going to ruin meat, so you don't want to do that, especially on a meal like this out in a survival situation, because you got to eat as much protein as you can to stay alive. Make sure it's all cleaned out. And if you have, if it's possible to do this by the pond or river or wherever you caught your fish at, you want to rinse it out. So, alrighty, well, I'm going to go ahead and get this ready to prepare to put on basically a campfire sit-up. So let me show you that. Before I get started on the cooking process, I forgot to mention that you probably shouldn't need to scale it unless you want to. Reason being, you're going to waste a lot of calories doing that, depending on your situation. So I'm going to go ahead and stick this fish on a thin branch to use as a cooking utensil. It's a pretty decent long branch. Like I said, you want to leave the mouth open or on. You want to leave the whole head, and we're going to stick it right in there like so, and just cook it like this. It makes a hanger of some sorts, and you're going to stick this whole fish over the fire. So let me get to the fire, and I'll get right back with you. Alright, we're at our fire here. Now you need some type of source to cook this fish, so you're going to have to learn on how to, make a fire or start a fire or whatever you need to do in the situation you're in. But for the sake of this video, I'm going to just go ahead and I'm going to have the fire ready, as you can see, and I'm just going to set the fish over on the fire to get it cooking, to show you, how to cook this fish, which it's basically pretty easy. And all you do is, just like I said, you use a stick to hold the fish on, and you stick this right over the fire and let her cook. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I'll get back with you guys once it's done. Okay, so it's time to pull it off. There you go. You want to make sure your meat is well done. You don't want to get sick, especially out in the middle of nowhere. So let's go ahead and pull this off the skewer and look at the meat. Okay, we're going to go ahead and remove the skewer. And look at that. Just that meat is so done, it's crumbling. There you go. Just pull the meat right off. Let me go ahead and try this. I mean, it looks good. It peels right off the skin. So that's why you don't have to worry about skinning it or scaling it, because it's right there. Oh yeah. Yep, just falls right off the skin there. Look at that. All that nice protein meat that just falls right off the bones. Skin, no problem, guys. And it's the same way on both sides. Tail pulls right out. Yep. I've cooked bluegill enough to know, but bones, you grab the backbone, that's gone. And there you go, you got all that hearty protein meat right there. You still got your little pintail bones, but those will pull right out. They just peel up. It's all intact too. It's nice. You got that slab right there of meat, and you got some meat up in here. So, well, thank you, Mr. Bluegill, for providing us a nice meal and for a survival video. If you guys have any questions or comments or anything, just leave them on the video. I appreciate the support as always, guys. Thanks for watching. And you know, to kind of add on to the survival thing, you know, you need a food source. You know, I'm just going to recap real quick before I go, but you need a food source. You need a way to prepare it, whether it's a knife or something, whether you find a sharp rock, whatever, shard. Then you need some way to either, you know, if you had to eat it raw or cooked, whatever, you know. For this case, we used fire, so there you go. It covers the basics. Like I said, every situation's different, so you know, don't take this to heart that, you know, if you break down in the middle of nowhere and this is what you're going to do, you know, it's not the case. But I just wanted to show my take on a hypothetical situation and give you my tips and stuff that I would probably do. So anyways, guys, as always, I've said it, you know, earlier, but thanks again for watching, and you know, we'll see you on the next video.